Hi everyone, so in my last video I had a lipstick on which was new, but I didn't tell you the lipstick. So in today's video I'm going to be telling you before I get into the actual video, I thought I would actually, let's completely redo that. Hi everyone, so in my last video I had a lipstick on. I had a new lipstick on, and but I didn't tell you what it was. So I told you in my last video that I would tell you what I was wearing on my lips. In today's video, obviously it's not what I'm going to be talking about in all of this video, as you can tell by the title, but I definitely want to quickly talk about it, and it is BS Pro's Rich Colour Lipstick with vitamin E in True Cocoa. And I believe I actually mentioned this quite briefly in my back to school / holiday haul. And I'm sorry for flicking my hair about so much. It's freshly washed and I just had to get it out of my face to film. But this is the lipstick that I had on my lips. So now that we have that out of the way, let's get into what this video is actually going to be about. And as you can tell by the title, I don't really know if I'm rebranding my channel or not, because I was originally doing beauty, but now I'm kind of veering or going into writing videos, because that is what I am most passionate about, and I definitely want to do more musical related videos as well. But today I have a writing video for you, as you can tell by the title, and I am talking you through my bi-monthly goals for September and October. So let's get straight into this. So I actually have all of my goals on my phone here. Obviously you can't see it, but I think I've got 15 goals that I would like to kind of just got to be giving me. So I'm just going to talk you through the goals that I have for September and October. So my first goal is to have 80,000 words of adrenaline rush written. So that's the first draft completely done, and I basically want to finish it in the next 2 months, because I have been outlining this novel for a long time, and hopefully by the time you're watching this it is ready to be written and my outline is completely done. But I definitely want to try and get AR done by the end of October at the latest. Even though I do have like a holiday like smack bang in the middle of October. I'm basically going to Tenerife, but I will talk about that closer to the time, obviously. My next goal is actually another goal related to AR, and I basically want to write 1,500 words of AR every day, so that does come up to about 80,000 words in total. Counting from the 1st of September to the end of October, or 1,500, whatever you like to say. Pretty self-explanatory, but I usually, like when I've written SOAS, I wrote like 1,000 words a day at the minimum, even though my goal was 500, and I think I've even gotten to like 1,500 words before, and I've also gotten very close to 2,000 as well, which does excite me. I basically write at, I basically write at the speed of like 500 words in 25 minutes. So I usually give myself about an hour to get 1,000 words done. And an hour out of a day is really not that much, but I probably aimed for like an hour and a half to get 1,500 words written of AR. But I am quite excited about that actually, because it'll be my second novel. In the writing process, or the writing stage. My next goal is to think about DS ideas and start outlining. If you don't know what DS stands for, it's dopamine surge, and it's basically the novel that's going to come after AR, which is adrenaline rush. So they're in the same series. But there's only 2 books in that series, so because I don't really want there to be a third one, because I feel like I could probably wrap it up in 2. But we will see about that. There'll probably end up being another novel. But that is definitely not certain. And in terms of outlining for Dopamine Surge, I kind of want to do that throughout. Kind of want to start doing that in October. So I have a project in the outlining stage, a project in the writing stage, and a project in the editing stage, which will probably be SOAS. And that leads me to my next goal, which is to finish the SOASU outline, which is the second book in the Secret series. If you did not see my last video, I will make sure to link it down below for you, like I always do. So you can kind of figure that out for yourselves, because I'm lazy apparently. And okay, I have quite a few related to my Secret series here, and so that leads me to my next goal, which is to finish the SOAT outline / do more of it, at least get most of it done. I think that's what I'm aiming for. I think all of the outlining, all of the outlining that I need to do can probably be done while I'm away, which is when you're watching this video. I am currently in Cornwall having fun. Not really, I'm probably outlining. And SOAT is short for Secrets of a Teenager. I have not yet currently finished that outline. If you've seen my last video, you will understand. Kind of, I don't know. And then in terms of Secrets of a Singer, which is SOAS, I want to at least have up to chapter 33 edited and kind of like ready for someone else's eyes, because there are definitely a few scenes in SOAS that I want to cut out completely. I think there's a whole chapter that I want to cut completely, so I think that's going to end up being 65 chapters, but I don't know if I'm going to basically rewrite that whole chapter or just completely delete it, because I don't think it's going to be worth it. It's basically just filling in the gaps, and I don't really want that to happen. It needs to be flowing nicely, and that's kind of what the second draft needs to do, because then I think in order for the third draft of SOAS to happen, I think I want my sister to read it before I think about editing the second draft of SOAS. And then my next two goals are actually research, which is kind of, it's research that I know I need to do at some point, so I might as well do it in the next 2 months. And that is to research publishing companies and to research literary agents, because even though having a literary agent is optional, I'd rather have one, because it will just make it a lot easier in terms of a lot of things. Well, not a lot of things, but in terms of getting published, having a literary agent does make it easier, and I want to do all of the steps that I possibly can to make getting my book published. My next two goals are actually more general. The first one is to upload 8 videos. Is 8 right? Yeah, it is. Upload 8 videos throughout September and October. So not like 8 videos for September and 8 videos for October. 4 videos a month. And I've actually got them all planned out, I think. Not entirely sure. I will have to have a look at my calendar. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the next 5 goals are more music related, let's say. And the first goal is to make an album plan. I have what I mean by this is basically just have some sort of plan for a future album maybe. I'm not saying that I'm actually going to be producing an album. I just want to have something so I could maybe produce one in the far future, but that is definitely a goal that's going to spend a few years actually in my list of goals. But I've just got to make an album plan in my goals for the time being, just because even though there's no chance of producing an album this year, I might be able to do that next year if I have enough musical content on this channel. But we'll see about that. And then the next and then the rest of the musical goals are basically Spotify playlists. I want to make Spotify playlists for all of my novels, not necessarily songs that are about the novels, but songs that kind of go with the theme of the novels. The first one is for SOAS, which, funnily enough, I've actually done, but I definitely do not think that I finished it yet. The next one is for Adrenaline Rush, because I think when I start writing it, I kind of want the right music to inspire me to write and keep me motivated to write. So I think that I need to do that before September. And then, this is kind of a mess, but I also want to make a Spotify playlist for SOASU before I start writing that in November. I think I want to start writing SOASU in November, so I kind of have a book in the writing stage every 2 months, because it takes about 2 months to write the first draft of one novel. So then you can be editing one and have one in the outlining process and or stage, whatever you want to call it, as well. Yes.
I'd wait till you stopped talking. Mine shot.
No,
Okay.
don't think so. Why?
It informed me that I've got my camera out.
And
I'm setting it up.
okay. Why?
And Mummy forgot to order the camera bag, so I'm very annoyed with her. What are you filming?
A video.
What video?
You'll see next Wednesday.
Alcoholic beverage. Okay,
Yes. Bye bye. That's just my sister. And then the last novel that I want to make a Spotify playlist for is a Dopamine Surge, which I'm probably going to start writing in the new year. So I have a lot of projects that I'm working on, as you would have been able to tell. from my last video, if you have seen that already. If you haven't, links in the description. Hopefully the top line. I will make sure it's the top line for you, so you don't have to scroll down to find it, because I find that so annoying in videos, but then I don't tend to click on links. So how would I find that annoying? Anyway, so that is all for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Also hit the subscribe button down below if you want to see more of me, and if you want to find out if I achieve those goals at the end of October. And I will see you next Wednesday. Bye!